What's up, everybody? It's Troy here, and welcome back to another cast of the RotWK Patch 2.2 version 7, and today we have a 1v1 in Forza Horizon 2 Winter. Oh yeah. It's been a while since I've done an actual replay cast for YouTube, just without being on a stream. I figured, why not, you know? We're gonna do it today. And today's game is between Zireael. Yeah, it's Gadget Pro. I'm just going to call him Gadget Pro because it's easier for me to say. And then we have his opponent, the mighty Solas. So Solas is Isengard, and Gadget Pro is Mordor. I'm just call him Ingmar. I know what this is. So Gadget Pro is going for an Orc Pit start, and Solas is going for a Warg Pack start. It's probably going to be. Starting Warg Riders would be a bit ambitious. It's not unlikely, but, you know, it's a thing. So he's going 3 farms, Warg Packs, and they continue expanding from there. We have a second Orc Pit going down for Gadget Pro. And yeah. This is Forza Horizon 2 Winter theme. Winter reskin. It's pretty cool. Still got all the same things that Forza Horizon has, but it has snow. And everybody fucking loves snow, right? I know I do. And I think it looks really good. It's a very nice reskin of the map. I like when players play on reskins of the map rather than the map as Forza Horizon itself. If you're gonna play it, might as well spice it up, you know? There needs to be a fancy Mordor skin or something for this. As well. That's off topic. Anyway, we have ourselves some Orc Pass coming in from Solas. Bypassing some orcs. I am, of course, recording on the HD edition for Rise of the Witch King. So my units are going to look a bit different. If you're wondering why yours don't look like that, that is the case. Because of course, you're probably not going to have shields, etc. It's just a little extra thing I have that no one else in the world has. Feels like. Okay. A couple orcs here. We got a Harajan Palace as well. Some Easterlings come out. For Gadget Pro. Solas is going to harass a little bit with his Warg Packs. Also going to use them to defend. They should do really well defending against orcs. Because of course they're very quick. They are technically good against swordsmen and archers. So they should, in theory, cut through these orcs like a knife through butter. And that's exactly what they're doing. Orcs are going to do minimal damage to said farm, and Solas is putting a cheeky. He's put a cheeky orc pit down here. Urk pit. Urk. I can say Urk. He's got some Urukai. I didn't see those at first. Completely missed that. I looked at the mini map a little more. It's been a while since I've done a replay cast, so forgive me. I'm easing myself in. So yeah, the Warg Pack harassment is going to be really annoying for Gadget Pro to deal with. And now he's going to have to deal with some, I'm assuming, a War Chanted, yeah, of course. Usually go War Chant as Isen with the Uruks, because Shield Wall, Hold Ground Stance, War Chant. Very powerful. You max your armor out, pretty much, if not. And they make them very hard to kill. Well, there it is. Solas opting not to use the Shield Wall, though. Which is fair, you don't need to. Fighting orcs, you don't really need to turn up the defense and move for some better attack against orcs, because they're not going to do much as is. Gadget Pro has the Easterlings out, definitely going to help out. Unfortunately for Solas, he does not have a pikeman, but he has gone into shield wall, hold ground stance, and he is tanking them like a boss, as they do. Those one doing it as well. I mean, look at how long it takes to kill buffed Uruks. As long as they're not getting hit by flank damage. They are super tank. Solas going to use this opportunity to creep the Wargler in the bottom. Very, very cheeky. I like it. This is an unusual play by Solas, but I like it a lot. He's upgrading the Warg Pit to level 2 so he can get some Warg Packs. Looks like Gadget Pro has managed to get his shit together over here, get the wargs and the uruks out. And now he's pushing out with a pretty sizable force, I'd say. He has also spotted the forward Uruk pit from Solas. And unfortunately for Solas' Uruk crossbows, well, they are dead as fuck. Not gonna have a good day there. Solas is moving on after creeping that to creep the cave troll over there. But meanwhile, I don't know if he has much in the way of defense. You know, it's not looking good. What the hell? 2018. Nice. There's even a couple of doges. I didn't see that before. Nice. I'm assuming this map was made in 2018. Or somebody just really likes those numbers and dogs. Either way, it's fair. Solas does have the Warg Riders out now. Going to be very useful. As long as he doesn't run into the Easterlings, of course, which are on the way. Throwing down his second Uruk pit, which is now his main Uruk pit, since his other one is gone. Gedji Pro is going into trolls, undoubtedly drummer trolls, because why would you not? That leadership is huge, and of course the ability to scare off units with roar is also pretty big. It's going to be very useful. Plus the drummer troll itself has a nice swat, you know? So let's get some black orcs from the inn, which of course is the inn unit for Mordor, or Isengard rather, in 2.2 version 7. Mordor's is the Heroic Spear Thrower, of course. If you're for some reason unaware. Which are also pretty good. Black Orcs for Isengard are very strong. They're only 250, and they're Black Orcs, so they're a very cost-effective, powerful unit for Isengard to utilize. I would argue, of course, they're not better than Uruk-hai, but they are almost half the cost. So, you know. They'll definitely fill that role nicely if you don't have any Uruks. Solas is going to lose his forward Warg pit, unfortunately. If Solas can at least kill off all the stuff in front, he will save this forward furnace. And Gedji Pro is sending in orcs and Uruk, Easterlings rather. And there he has gone for Tainted Land as his second power. He's also gone for Creebine, of course, as we can see there floating above the enemy, debuffing him. But it is not looking good for Solas, I gotta say. A couple crossbows on the way out, but I mean, oof. A bit brutal. Solas does have some Warg Riders out in the field over here. And some Black Orcs and some Pikes on the way over to Gedji Pro's base. Let me try his name again. It's Zireael or something. That's probably not too far off, right? Zireael? I'm just gonna call him Gedji Pro. We all know him as Gedji Pro. The one true god. Okay, looks like Solas will be defending, but he is definitely on the defensive, but he's also, of course, on the offensive as well. His Pikes and Black Orcs have encountered resistance, of course, though. We have Black Orcs out for Gedji Pro. We are countering the Uruk Pikemen very nicely, and the Drummer Troll countering the Black Orcs nicely. Swatting them about, letting his buffed Black Orcs clean up the mess. We also have Corsairs of Umbar. Very nice. I definitely would say Gedji Pro has been getting the better of this game. Solas is, of course, doing very well, as you would expect. He's still expanding across the map over here. He has in control over on this side. He has creeped a few of the layers. He did try something unusual. I mean, a forward Uruk pit is not really a thing, is it? But it is today. And it worked for the most part. But Solas is definitely on the back foot, I feel like. He's starting to recover. Gedji Pro, of course, now going out. Drummer Trolls and Black Orcs, Easterlings, all kinds of fun business. Looks like he's also utilizing the fire bombs from the Corsairs, which is pretty spicy. He's also, Gedji Pro's defended nicely his weakest flank of his farm here, with some Easterlings and Porcupine formation, which is pretty cool. I like that. Making it so the Black Orcs can't get a nice harass off on this while his Cav comes out, and they should be able to deal with that harassing army without too much trouble. Gadget definitely needs to shut down this inn. It's causing him a bit of issue here. I thought that was Sharky for a second. I was like, nope, that's nope. It's not. Gadget's nasty little force is doing a work on Solas' farm there. And there's the fears coming into play. Looks like he's already used 2. Gadget does have 11 power points in the bank, so he can get his 10. Undoubtedly going to go for industry. Pretty much any Mordor player goes for industry. You'd be crazy not to. It's just really a really good power to have. And this is another reason why the Drummer Troll is nice to have. It's also got a decent attack against units that don't counter it, so it does smack them about quite nicely. It's also a lot of crossbows. That's 8 power points to the bank there. He's sitting on 267, 276 rather. Oh, that number's changed drastically since I finished that sentence. 332 of 550, and then we got 420 of 575 for Gadget. So both are doing all right. Very similar in eco. Solas, of course, is still keeping up the harassment. Always the signs of a good player is the fact that you can defend and attack and protect, and not just eagle eye focus on one of the aspects. You don't want you never really want to go full in attack and just leave your base to ruin, but you kind of want to do a little both if possible. No, equally, you don't want to be on the defensive the whole time. Unless you're some dirty elf player or something, but even then I would say this game is very much about being aggressive, gaining power points, taking out your enemy's economy and armies, and then, you know, making use of your powers and armies to kill his, basically. That Drummer Troll is harassing Solas' furnace with a 0 health, pretty much. Very, very lol-tastic. Gadget using the fire bombs from the Corsairs there to do some harassment. I'd say this is a very even game, to be honest. Both players are doing very well. Solas is pushing in for a counterattack here. I'd say definitely there's no clear winner yet, by any means. And there's the industry, indeed, for Gadget Pro. So his eco is going to be pretty good. Unfortunately, it was going down on both armies there. Now they're both buffed. Solas putting the porcupine formation pikemen in front of his crossbows to tank while he shoots him dead. The Gadget Pro getting a nice roar in there to get the enemy units split up. Seems these guys still in porcupine though. I wonder if you hit porcupine while they're fearing, do they stop fearing? I didn't think so, but maybe they do. We got some Black Orcs, some Orc Archers, and a Drummer Troll coming on the way to Solas' base here. All he has is some crossbows for defense, so he's going to take some damage there. The Drummer Troll has been dealt with, but looks like he did actually get that furnace, which is pretty funny. Never leave a Drummer Troll unkilled. Is the moral of that story. We do have alerts out for Solas. It's definitely going to help things, especially if he can get that leadership at level 5. Yeah. It'd be pretty big, because having 33% damage and armor for your army is always a good thing, really. Yes. I think he's going full tomato carnage mode engaged, and of course he's doing 200% damage and 25% armor. Very good for killing off enemy units and heroes using carnage. I mean, it's even good to activate if you're trying to escape, just for that 25% armor. In that hope that you might not die. We do have Sharku as well for Solas. Very nice. By the way, I don't know who's hosting this game at all. It didn't say on the replay page, so I couldn't tell you. But host advantage, of course, is a thing. Not having delay on your units is always a good thing. But I don't know who's hosting, so I'm just going to leave that part out of it. We do have Haradrim archers on the field now. Lots of Black Orcs. Looks like Gadget Pro really likes his Black Orcs. And that's fair, because they are quite good. Once they get level 2, of course, they get 25% damage by passive ability, which is pretty good. Sometimes getting banners is good for Black Orcs. Like if Genji pros to get banners right now, Black Orcs and the Haradrim Archers, of course, would benefit, because then you could get barbed arrow shots, which is very powerful. So it's always good to get that as well. And banners are only 100, really, so it's not breaking your bank too much if you're going to throw them on there. Lurtz is now level 4 already. He's got his cripple ability. It doesn't look like Genji Pro is planning on building any heroes anytime soon, it looks like, so that's no problem. He might be going for Black Riders, though. He's got a Siege Works, and he is going for a level 2 at least. He could be going for Catapults alternatively. Or maybe he's just going to get a cheeky Battering Ram, but I highly doubt it. Because in this scenario, it doesn't look like a Battering Ram would be very useful. Oh goodness, my mouse is gone. My mouse has gone wild. Mouse gone wild. It's like Girls Gone Wild, but not as nude. The Haradrim Archers with the Drummer Troll leadership is always very powerful. One of the better combos Mordor has to utilize there. The fact he has 2 Drummer Trolls is really good. One to buff the Haradrim Archers, and then one to buff the Black Orcs that are farther away. We do have a hero, in fact. We have a Kamul. Very nice. A flyer against Isengard is usually very powerful. It's going to be hard for Solas to deal with. You see, his crossbows aren't doing a whole lot of damage without any buffs or anything. So this flyer could be very good. Solas does have Lurtz, though, and crossbows, but I mean, now he has very little of either. We do, of course, have some raiding Easterlings at Solas' base as well. Sharku is level 3. He's still alive. He's still kicking around. But now we have the Worm summoned for Genji Pro. And that is going to shut down Solas' base a bit here. And now that the fortress is attacking the Worm, which is doing very little damage, of course. He was free to fly around the base of Solas and not get attacked by the fort, unless Solas auto-targeted it. We do have catapults coming out. Solas going to continue to harass the Sharku there. The Genji Pro is in a power position here, I'd say. Solas does have Fuel the Fire, so that should be huge for his eco, but I think his base being ravaged is going to really slow him down. He's not going to be able to build the troops he needs to defend against Genji Pro here. So perhaps he might take a bit of damage. And of course the flyer is going to be really, really nasty for Solas. How much time? This Worm is just about to go. There he goes. He's done his duty, though. Good Worm. He got rid of 2 barracks with that. So really, yeah, this flyer is just kind of running unchecked at the moment. So he could kill Lurtz eventually. Doesn't do a ton of damage to Lurtz, but alternatively, Lurtz isn't doing a ton of damage to him. But if you give him enough time, Lurtz will kill him, I think, before he kills him, perhaps. Especially with this level 4 crossbow, man. Look at him go. And look at him die. He was so young. We have more troops on the way. Haradrim Archers, level 2 now. So they got the banner carrier with the barbed arrow shot at level 2. And we do have catapults, of course, coming out as well. Black Orcs and Easterlings on the way. He's got Drummer Trolls and catapults and all kinds of stuff queued up, but he is command point capped here. Genji Pro, so he cannot get any more. He's 618 to 700. He's got 9 power points in the bank. Solas, he's 230, 350. It's not looking... It's looking bleak, I gotta say. Solas has done really well, but I think he's about to meet his end here. Kabul has been landed now. If the enemy has a overwhelming... Well, even not overwhelming. If he's just in danger of dying as a flyer, it's always good to land him. You still get the Dread Visage, which is very useful. Having a debuff when you don't have like Mouth of Sun or something around to doubt enemies is quite useful. And of course you could just cripple, which you could use to Morgul Blade Sharku or Lurtz in place. Lurtz does have cripple. He could actually use it to cripple Kabul here if he wanted to. Although I don't think it's going to matter much, even if he did so. Because he just doesn't have any army to follow it up. I think he's well aware. He's trying to use Lurtz to snipe off as many units as possible. Ooh, Sharku. I don't know if that was a good idea. You did get the catapult though with Sharku, but At the cost, of course, of Sharku's life. And a catapult is far cheaper than Sharku. We have a forward battle tower being thrown up here from Genji Pro. Securing his position, asserting his dominance, so to speak. But forward battle towers could definitely be useful if you want to protect your investment. Keep your forward position. It'll be hard for Solas to run in there and kill this catapult now because of a battle tower. And the army in front of it, of course. Mainly the army, but, you know, the battle tower wasn't necessary. But it does help. Ah, there it is. Which has done the cripple to Kamul. It'd be insane if Solas came back in this game. But he is fully on the defensive. He's going heavy on the lumber mills. Trying to utilize his Field of Fires economy instead of having any regular farms here. I think the problem, he just doesn't have any troops. I think if Solas had some barracks, perhaps he'd still be okay, but I don't think so. And Morgamir is on the field as well, so now Genji Pro has 2 flyers against Isengard. Never feels good. Oh, that doesn't feel good either. You can friendly fire your own flying units with your catapults. You have to be a little bit careful if they're not in the trajectory of the fireball. Same with Mumix. Mumix are so tall they get hit by their own catapults. Be careful when utilizing those together. This fort has taken very little damage from actual catapult fire, though. He doesn't even have their armor upgrade, and look at this. I think it's because the tower's being targeted first. But Genji Pro, I definitely say he's going to 100% win this game. His base has been untouched for quite some time. He has map control now, pretty much. He hasn't utilized too much of it, looks like. I'm guessing because Sharku might have went through and cleaned house a little bit. But these flyers are going to be a real nightmare for Solas to try and get rid of without anything to kill them. Same with this catapult. It's going to slowly whittle him down. And of course he's making sure to put his catapult in aggressive stance, give us 10% range. You gotta remember to do that in 2.2 version 7. You do get, of course, the aggressive stance debuff of getting less armor, but for a catapult, no one really cares about that. You want that range. You want as much damage as possible on your catapults. And you want to be able to outrange other catapults. Well, everyone's going to be using aggressive stance on catapults, so you won't be outranging, but you know, you get the picture. This deer is terrified. Look at him. Actually, her, I guess. That's a doe. There's no horns on that one. Could just be a young buck, perhaps. Perhaps. Solas' fort is about half health now. He does have some crossbows, alerts his leadership, and I think war chant on them as well. Yes, indeed. Solas does have 10 power points in the bank. He does have devastation as well. Thing is, Isengard has the eco powers, but I mean, you can only do so much with money, but no troops or defenses. I think Genji Pro knows he has this game in the bag. A couple towers in front of Solas' base with a lot of army and just catapults. And in comes Grima. Grima the Screamer. Lurks is coming as well. To melee and bow mode. There he goes. He's going into carnage. Can Solas save his fort? Yeah, you get rid of the catapults. Very nice. Just shows, even if you have towers and armies, you're not invincible. Look at that. Lurk's even going to get away. What a fucking savage. Wormtongue, I'm not sure if he was so lucky. I do not see him. Oh, there he is. So let's use the escape move. Yeah, Genji Pro should really just go for the kill here. I think the fact that he's just waiting for catapults to do the work is making this take longer than it would. He just has to get the nice surround. I think that's what he was waiting for. To get his 25-point power. Very nice. Yikes. A brutal end for Solas. Yikes. But a good game nonetheless. That was very back and forth half the game. But then Genji Pro took a commanding lead. And yeah, kept it for most of the game. But Solas defended quite nicely. He utilized what he could at Isengard's disposal to try and save it, but alas. So yeah, it was a good match. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I thought it was pretty good. And I will see you guys. I should be doing more casts, like off-stream casts for YouTube only, so keep an eye out for that if you like that kind of thing. And until then, I will see you guys next time.